Hey, John Hickok here. I want to show you guys how to make the famous Black Tooth Grin. It was a drink that was made popular by Pantera, the American heavy metal band. And they were really famous for drinking that drink, and a lot of Pantera fans know about the Black Tooth Grin. But it seems like there's so much disagreement in what the drink is exactly. It seems like there's a lot of people that think that it's like a third part Crown and a third Seagram 7 and a third Coke, or half and half Crown and Seagram 7 and a splash of Coke. There's a bunch of different things that I've seen out there online about what it is or isn't. But here's the thing you gotta think about, right? These guys were rock stars. I mean, they're fucking rock stars. Like, they're banging different chicks every night. It's the ultimate life in some ways, right? They're just trying to get drunk. They don't give a shit. They're not like, sir, give me your finest cocktail. No, not at all. They're not like, oh, wonder, let's make sure we mix our Crown and our Seagram 7 together. I mean, that's stupid. Like, you're not even going to be able to hardly tell a difference. I mean, they're both Canadian whiskeys, especially as much as they would be drinking. Like, they would know the difference. They'd be able to tell, like, I don't know, it's not as good if it's not a mixture of the two. So basically, the way that they would have done it was they would have grabbed a plastic cup, which, I'm fancier, right? I have this Walmart job, the Julian glass. I'm not going to explain it. If you get it, you know what I'm talking about. So what they would do is, so basically the Black Tooth Grin is 2 shots of Crown or any other Canadian whiskey. Their favorites were the Pantera guys, especially Dimebag and his brother Vinny. They liked Crown and Seagram 7. Those were like their go-tos. But I've heard people say pretty much any Canadian whiskey. But I would get one of those two if you want a true Black Tooth Grin. It's basically 2 shots of one or the other, not a mix of the two, either Seagram 7 or Crown, 2 shots, and a splash of Coke. Right? Now that part is going to kind of depend on how much Coke you like, but it's not a mixed drink with Coke, like Jack and Coke or anything. It's just a splash, so it shouldn't turn it too dark. It should just turn a little brown. So we'll go ahead and do 2 shots here. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate it, and that's how they would have done it too. I mean, they would have just been like, oh, that's good. That's definitely more than 2 shots, whatever. We'll go with that. Alright. So, I got that. You can't see it on the camera, but this chair has these like perfect little places for liquor glasses. Alright, so we got our regular Coke. I actually don't even drink Coke, so the only reason I ever have Coke in my house is for a Black Tooth Grin. Alright. And so, now this part is definitely up to the person, but to me this is kind of a splash. I just kind of go, oh, there's some Coke. Alright. So it gives it kind of like that brown color, but it's not too dark. And that is a Black Tooth Grin. And the name for the drink came from Megadeth song. The line where he says, "Smile with Black Tooth Grin," and I can't remember the name of the song. I should have looked it up before I did the video. That would have been smart. What the hell is that song? You guys say it in the comments. You guys know. But anyways, it comes from a Megadeth song, and which, fun fact, Dimebag almost joined Megadeth because they needed a guitar player, and before they hired Marty Friedman, he auditioned and like, what's the correct term? I don't know. They would have taken him into the band, but he couldn't bring his brother with him, the drummer, Vinny, so he wouldn't join. Which is kind of worked out great because we got Pantera and Megadeth. I don't know. Dime would have, of course, been great in any band, but I like him having full control of the guitar playing. I feel like that was key to having Pantera sound the way it did. So I'm glad that didn't happen, but it's kind of an interesting little fun fact there. But there you go, Black Tooth Grin. You're supposed to chug it, but this is like, that's a lot. I think that's more than 2 shots. We'll see. It's pretty good. good, I have to say. Because Crown is pretty smooth anyways. But the Coke kind of takes the edge off of it a little bit. I can see how they would have come to a drink like this. That have been pretty much been like, get some Crown, dash a little Coke in there, good to go, you know. And they used to throw them to the crowd and stuff. You know, I wish that I hadn't missed the Pantera era. You know, I could have, or Metallica too. A huge Metallica fan. That could have gone to some of those Pantera shows. I mean, they seemed like they had like such a cool, relationship with their fans. You know, I mean, you watch those old videos, you know, and I mean, it's so cool, you know, the way they would like treat their fans, and they were almost like brothers, you know, and stuff. It's really, really cool. But anyways, the Black Tooth Grin, this video got longer than I meant for it to be. That's how you do it. You don't overthink it. You just grab some Crown or some Seagram, you dump some in a glass, you just turn up a little Coke in there, and bam, you got yourself a Black Tooth Grin. I'll catch you guys later.